Hi everyone and welcome to the market update for the Wellington property market. Today we're looking at the month of May. So we start by looking at the supply side of the market. New listings that came onto the Wellington market during the month of May, 641 listings compared to 2015, 772 listings. So 17% fewer listings coming to the market in the month of May. So obviously a reduction in the number of vendors wanting to sell their house, bring their house to the market in the month of May. On the other hand, the number of sales taking place during May, 873 sales during the month compared to 764 in the month of May 2015, and that's an increase of 14%. So new supply coming to the market has reduced, but the number of sales taking place in the month has increased. From another perspective, in terms of the overall number of listings on the main websites in Wellington, that's Trade Me, of course, and realestate.co.nz. If you think about it, it's obvious that if you've got fewer listings coming to the market and more listings selling, then of course it's going to eat into the existing supply of listings that have been around previously. So the overall impact is enormous reduction in the number of listings on the websites, roughly 50%, so 43% down for Trade Me and 54% down for realestate.co.nz. So that's a dramatic reduction in the number of listings available for sale for buyers in Wellington. When we express it in another way in terms of the amount of inventory we have on the market, now what this means is how many weeks would it take to sell the number of listings that are on the websites, if indeed they continue to sell at the same rate every week. Now compared to a normal long-term average in Wellington of 20 weeks, we had just 5 weeks supply in the month of May. Now that's an extraordinary reduction of 75% below what's normal. So only 5 weeks worth of inventory on the market. So what does that do to the ease of selling property? If you look at the number of days it would take to sell, not surprisingly, with a large number of buyers chasing a relatively smaller number of listings, they're having to fight harder, so the days it's taken to sell has reduced from 38 down to 27 days. Great news for sellers. It's a reduction of 29%, so a significant shortening of the average duration taken to sell property in Wellington. And consequently also on the price side of things, the price has gone up considerably since 2015 in May of just over $405,000 for an average property. This is the Wellington region, of course, not just the Wellington city, to an average, or a median I should say, of $465,000 in 2016 May. So that's a significant increase of 15%. And previously, of course, till about the end of last year, 2015, the Wellington market had been broadly flat for about 8 years since the GFC hit. So this is an enormous change in the real estate marketplace, the landscape, if you like, for buyers and sellers. What does it mean for sellers? It means great news for sellers. The chance of your property not selling is very slim, and the chance of getting a premium price, a great price, is really good. So it's a great time to be selling. If you're a buyer, on the other hand, not such good news. You're likely to be competing with a large number of buyers for the property you want to own, and so if you want to beat them and you want to be the successful bidder, you're going to have to fight harder, pay more, compete aggressively for that house. Thanks so much. Cheers.